How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing good. The car is entering the highway. It does this one pretty well. If you guys watch my videos, you guys should know. Also, thanks for all the love and support you guys are showing. Every video I upload, it does pretty well, considering we're still a small channel, you know. If you guys know anybody who would like seeing some FSD drives, I heard some people say it's actually like relaxing to watch. So, you know, if this provides some sort of like, you know, value to you, then yeah, try sharing it with some of your family members. Maybe they want to buy a Tesla, but they don't know exactly how the car is gonna, like, what's the car's gonna be like, or what's it like to own one. You know, you can share my videos to them, and maybe it'll help them out. Because I know, like, gas prices are horrible, you know. Just yesterday it was $1.90 here in Canada. I don't know the prices in America, but I can only assume they're just as bad. Maybe a little better, I don't know. If you're American, are your gas prices pretty bad? Let us know in the comments. I have no idea. Hopefully lets this Tesla merge. Damn. I guess we're moving too fast. The car stays very, very well in the lane. I almost have no issues on the highway. I don't think I ever had any bad situations while using FSD on the highway. I think that's one of the biggest positive parts of FSD is that on the highway drives, like, it really helps. It keeps a very good distance, especially from trucks, you know. I don't want to get rock chips. Also, if you guys own a Tesla, or you guys want a Tesla, or maybe you guys are looking to buy a Tesla, comment down below, like, what do you want to know? What are some things you're still iffy about or worried about? Just comment how you're feeling about it down in the comments. And a few of our subscribers and viewers own Teslas as well, so, you know, we might be able to give you some more information. I'll just keep answering comments, like, in videos instead of, like, just commenting, because some of these questions you know, deserve more of an answer, you know, like more of a whole answer, more of how I feel. You know, sometimes, like, you know, if I write something, it might sound negative in the comments, like, oh, it's a bad thing. But like I was saying yesterday, sorry to make a big tangent, but yesterday I was saying, like, how there's a lot of police around Toronto and Ontario, I feel like, because of the removal of speed cameras. And we just saw another one just pulled over there. So guys, if you're in the Toronto area or Ontario, like, be safe, you know, don't be speeding. I feel like I've seen so many people pulled over recently. So yeah. But yeah, sometimes, like, you know, if I reply to a comment about, like, you know, oh, like, well, what are the negatives of, like, a Tesla, it might sound that I'm, like, hating on the car, or maybe I don't like the car or something. But it's mainly, like, it's kind of, like, annoying, but it's not a deal breaker. So to some people it could be a deal breaker, you know, like the build quality. Like, as you guys have noticed, my steering wheel is starting to wear out. I answered this in a previous video, but I think it has something to do with heated steering wheel and me gripping, you know, the steering wheel like this, because that's, like, my natural driving way. I just prefer to drive like that. I don't know why. Just the way I like it. And Yeah, during the winter, I'd be using the heated steering wheel like every day, like at max heating. So I think it just wore out this like cheap material that's around the steering wheel. I'm I'm not like okay with it. Like, I'm not happy about it. Like, I'm not celebrating that my steering wheel is like ugly or whatever. But it's also like, I knew this going into the Tesla. I knew things are just gonna like, wear out like that. But as long as the car works and, the steering wheel's not like rattling or something, like cosmetic wear and tear, like, it doesn't bother me too much. I own Toyotas and Lexuses, so I love having really good build quality. But when it comes to like the Tesla, I knew the build quality is going to be pretty bad compared to legacy automakers because the older cars are like Lexus, Toyota, Mercedes, like they all had a lot of time to make sure that the build quality is like pretty good. So yeah, there's just something to be aware of. Like, if you get these older Teslas, the build quality might be pretty bad. So yeah, but I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker. I knew this going into the car. I was pretty impressed with the technology of the car. It blows a lot of cars nowadays out of the water, and the biggest one is cheaper to operate. Way less maintenance because there's kind of nothing to maintain other than like tires and stuff. And it's just I just was wanting something like that, something where I could just come home and just charge instead of having to worry about filling up gas and spending a lot of money when I could spend that money on other things. Like, if you guys see gas prices over there, 192.9. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. We're almost at $2. If you guys are anywhere else in Canada, like, let me know if the gas prices hit the $2 mark. Yeah, just leave that in the comments. That'd be cool to know. Actually, I don't think cool to know. Maybe sad to know. Hopefully we can get those gas prices down and fix. But I guess I'm more optimistic than most people. But yeah, if gas prices don't come down, hopefully EV prices are pretty good, so you could pick one up and not have to spend too much on just getting around. You could spend more on your family, more on your gas or your grocery price or grocery bill, sorry. And yeah. I think the biggest deal breaker for a Tesla or electric car in general is if you don't own a home. There's nothing wrong with owning an electric car if you don't own a home. It's just, it's gonna be a much less seamless experience, I guess, unless your building or wherever you live has a charger, like in the place where you live, I guess, and you're able to charge every night, kind of thing. And charge for cheap, not get rinsed by the landlord or whatever. Holy, that's a crazy accident. Damn. But yeah, if you guys live in a house, chances are it's gonna be the best experience you could possibly have. I love coming home, putting it in the garage and just charging. It's just, my car's safe, and it's just, I think charging is the best state for the car for battery health and everything. If your car is just sitting all the time, I heard that's not the best situation for the car. The car loves to charge. It loves to be in that like middle range charge state. So yeah, and using like less fast charging and more like home charging kind of thing. Because I think if you, like, obviously, you could use fast chargers and I think it should be fine, but you're putting a lot more heat, a lot more stress in the battery and stuff. And yeah, Tesla FSD performed pretty well on this drive. So if you guys found this video helpful, or you just enjoyed the drive, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out some of the playlists I made. I made one for shorts, and I made one for these long form videos if you want to binge all these videos. And yeah, comment down below what you guys want to see, what you guys learned, what you guys want to know, and just your opinions on full self-driving and I guess Teslas and the future of cars in general. Just comment down below. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace.